YouTube. Whoa. I decided to try and do something different for the video today. I'm currently living on a low fixed income. I live on government disability. I had to pay for some vet bills for my cat unexpectedly. So I cut back in my variable expenses. And one of the only variable expenses I have is groceries. So I had $10 to make it through a weekend of shopping my pretty well-stocked pantry and freezer. It's not really a jokesy video. It is my reality of living low income, and I thought I'd share it. I have other videos coming up, including spring cleaning series, some products that really help me through depressive episodes, days in my life with fibromyalgia flares, all kinds of stuff. This is not a typical video, but if you find it interesting, let me know. I will make a few more of these when things like that come up. I know not a lot of people talk about living low income because there's so much shame around it. Just show the reality of it a little bit. An important part of budgeting and shopping from your freezer and pantry is to actually look at your freezer and pantry before you go anywhere and buy anything. So that way you only buy the essentials. Just looking through my deep freeze to see what kind of stuff I had. This stewing beef, 30% off, that I bought on sale many months ago, so I think I'm gonna use it now. I didn't know what I would be eating today, so I didn't take the stewing beef out to thaw, so I'm gonna do that in a cold water sink. I have $10 for groceries. I need a few small things like seasoning packets or can of mushroom soup to make other recipes to get me through the week. So I'm gonna go in and try and stay under $10. I did use the Flash Food app to get a few things, and I'll show you that later in the video in the haul, but it's been super helpful to cut back on the cost of groceries. Cantaloupes were on sale, and I just need something different in my life other than apples, oranges, and bananas. Zucchini, 'tis the season for zucchini. I like using it to make muffins. And then I wanted to get a seasoning pack to make the beef stew with. It's just easier that way, and it comes with instructions and everything. I just want normal cream of mushroom, but all I can see is like no salt or low fat. Grabbed the mushroom soup and then headed home to have yogurt and hemp hearts. I love hemp hearts. They're easy protein and you can put them on top of anything. Hi, Goldie. Are you helping with breakfast? Yeah? Helping show off the Flash Food order? Yeah. What a good helper. You purring? I couldn't really tell from the pictures on the app how much fruit I was getting, whether it was a good deal or not, but I think it is, even if some of the fruit is bruised or has like little cuts in it or whatever. There's no way I would have paid $5 for all of this fruit in the regular grocery store. So I got 1 mandarin, 4 oranges. This apple's bruised and kind of sticky, which I'm kind of disappointed about. I also got these massive apples, 5 of them. I've never had a fresh mango. I don't know if this is still good. It's kind of wrinkly, but I'm gonna try it. Usually I've only ever had frozen mango, so I think that's what this is. Product of Mexico. This $15 vegetable tray for $5. And my thought was, I'm gonna be making beef stew. Rather than spending $4 or $5 on celery, I could spend $5 on this, get extra cauliflower and broccoli, and use the celery and baby carrots in the beef stew. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of these enormous apples. I'm going to have to come up with something. They're okay, but they're going to go bad in a few days. So that's my Flash Food haul. I always check my flyer app every week to see what's on really good sale. These usually sell for about $5 and they were on sale for $3. It's something different than apple, oranges, and bananas. So I thought, why not? I'll just throw that in. It is the season for zucchini. I am going to make some zucchini muffins with this. I meal planned before I left the house and I need cream of mushroom soup for a tuna casserole. I like these pre-made spice packets. They tell you all of the proportions and stuff you need for stew and everything, and it's just easy to throw together. This was $1.50. The cantaloupe, mushroom soup, zucchini, and this all came to $7, so I'm quite proud of that. Now I actually have to do the work of meal prepping. Damn it. I'm still a little hungry after the yogurt and hemp hearts. I just realized that this is very, very soft. So I'm kind of scared to try it. I don't know. I'm gonna have an orange for now. There we go. A breakfast supplement. Look at what else is orange. I asked my Instagram followers suggestions for using apples, and someone said to try it on grilled cheese as like kind of a sweet and salty thing. I mean, you eat cheese with apples on charcuterie boards, so I figured might as well try it on grilled cheese. I used the beat up apple for it. I eat on my couch, I work at my kitchen table, so I try to keep those separate. I know, feel free to judge me. Here I was trying the grilled cheese, and as you can see, I was pleasantly surprised that it was pretty good. Sweet and salty and delicious. I decided to try and make apple chips out of those old apples that I got. I think I used the wrong type of apple though. I read that you're not supposed to use soft apples, and they came out soggy, and then I forgot them on the counter and I didn't feel safe to eat them because of food safety, so that was kind of a bust, but I didn't waste too many apples. Then I made some beef stew and it was delicious and filling and cheap. I also had some of the veggies from the veggie tray, and it was so nice to have this hearty meal after a day of meal prep. Sunday, I had leftover beef stew after having some cream of wheat for breakfast. I decided to make some double chocolate zucchini muffins. The recipe has been very successful in the past, but I had pretty bad brain fog today and I completely messed these muffins up. I didn't put in sugar and I substituted applesauce for eggs and they turned out terribly. I don't know what to do with them now. Just trying to keep it real here. And then I took some of the cauliflower from the veggie tray, sauteed it with some onions, grated some carrots that I had in the fridge. I really tried to load this tuna casserole up with as many veggies as possible, even on a budget. And after sauteing those, I boiled some egg noodles. This is my favorite tuna casserole recipe. It's really easy and simple and filling, and you can make it mostly with simple pantry ingredients and then add in whatever vegetables you need to use up. I'm going to get comments about my use of Tupperware containers. I had a really wild decade in my 20s. Tupperware containers are the least of my worries when it comes to my body, so please just let me live. My mom eats tuna casserole but wasn't a huge fan, and I gave her this recipe from Spend with Pennies, and she asked for it afterwards. She said it was really good, and it is super easy and simple. The hardest part is sauteing the vegetables, and I decided to throw in a can of mushrooms because we put mushroom soup in this tuna casserole. And then I opened the tuna can and my cat darted into the kitchen like her tail was on fire. My cat got to lick out the tuna can, her favorite. Then I just used a Lysol wipe to mop up the mess from opening the cans, stirred everything together, and added in the can of mushroom soup and the rest of the crumble topping with cheese. So good. And then you just throw it in the oven for 20 minutes. You can also make this ahead of time and freeze it. And there you have it. That's how I sustained myself last weekend on $10. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in the next one.